Welcome to the 10 Minutes Goldmine, where every book gives you a treasure of knowledge in just 10 minutes. The Wright Brothers by David McCullough. Summary. Introduction. The Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville, are household names for their groundbreaking achievement in aviation. In The Wright Brothers, David McCullough captures their inspiring journey, full of determination, creativity, and resourcefulness, all leading to the first successful flight in 1903. What makes this biography remarkable is not just the story of their invention, but the portrayal of two men from humble beginnings who changed the world with their grit and intellect. Their story offers lessons on persistence, scientific method, and the pursuit of an impossible dream. McCullough takes readers on a detailed exploration of the Wright brothers' lives, their deep bond as siblings, and their relentless efforts to perfect their flying machines. Against the backdrop of their modest Dayton, Ohio roots, the book unfolds how they went from curious bicycle mechanics to pioneers of powered flight. It's a testament to human ingenuity and an inspiring story for anyone chasing a seemingly unattainable goal. Part 1. Humble Beginnings and Early Curiosity. The Wright brothers were not born into wealth or privilege. They were raised in a modest home by their father, Milton Wright, who was a traveling bishop in the United Brethren Church, and their mother, Susan Wright, who had a knack for mechanics and was the one who encouraged their mechanical interests. Both brothers grew up with a thirst for knowledge and a deep curiosity about the world around them. They were always tinkering with things, whether it was toys, bicycles, or household objects, taking them apart and figuring out how they worked. The pivotal moment in their early years came when their father gave them a small, rubber band-powered helicopter. The toy's ability to fly ignited a fascination with flight that would consume them for the rest of their lives. While many other children were enamored with other pastimes, the Wright brothers became consumed with this tiny machine, setting the stage for their future endeavors in aviation. Despite their early interest in mechanics, the brothers did not attend traditional universities, which set them apart from many of the intellectuals of the day. Instead, they pursued self-education, taking an unconventional approach to learning. Their first major business venture was in the printing industry, followed by their success in the bicycle business. This experience provided them with valuable skills in design, aerodynamics, and mechanics, all of which would later be crucial to their work on flight. Part 2. The Bicycle Shop and the Birth of an Idea. In the late 1800s, bicycles were a major part of everyday life, and the Wright brothers' bicycle shop was successful. They became known for their innovative designs, and the shop allowed them to fund their growing interest in flight. Their work on bicycles gave them first-hand experience in designing lightweight, efficient machinery, which they would later apply to their flying machines. During this time, the Wright brothers grew increasingly interested in human flight, studying the work of aviation pioneers such as Otto Lilienthal, a German who had conducted extensive glider experiments. Lilienthal's tragic death in a gliding accident further fueled the Wright brothers' determination to crack the code of flight. While many others had failed to solve the problem of powered flight, the brothers believed that the key to success lay in achieving control over the aircraft, rather than just propulsion or lift. Through careful study and a methodical approach, they realized that the primary challenge was developing a way to control an aircraft in flight. This insight would become their guiding principle as they set about constructing a flying machine that could be maneuvered through the air, which no one had done before. Part 3. Trial and Error, The Journey to Kitty Hawk. After years of research, the Wright brothers began testing gliders to better understand the aerodynamics involved in flight. They initially tried to test their designs in Dayton, Ohio, but were frustrated by the lack of steady winds. So, they decided to move their experiments to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, a remote location known for its strong, reliable winds, and soft sand dunes that would provide a safer environment for testing. Their early glider experiments were filled with failures. They made several attempts that resulted in crashes, adjustments, and frustration. However, the Wright brothers refused to give up. They kept detailed records of each failure and used those lessons to refine their designs. Their tenacity paid off when they discovered the principle of wing warping, a method of controlling the aircraft by twisting the wings to achieve balance and steering in flight. This was a breakthrough that set them apart from their contemporaries, many of whom were focused solely on increasing lifter power. The brothers also understood that they needed a powerful, lightweight engine to propel their aircraft. With the help of Charlie Taylor, a mechanic who worked for them in the bicycle shop, they designed an engine that was both lightweight and powerful enough to take off with the pilot and the aircraft. Part 4. The first powered flight and a historic moment. After years of trials, the Wright brothers finally constructed the Wright Flyer, their first powered aircraft. On December 17, 1903, in Kitty Hawk, Orville Wright made history by piloting the world's first successful flight. The flight lasted 12 seconds and covered a distance of 120 feet. Although short, this was a revolutionary achievement. It was the first time that an aircraft had achieved controlled, sustained flight under power. Later that same day, Wilbur made a second flight, covering nearly 1 minute and a distance of 852 feet. This moment marked the birth of modern aviation. Though many dismissed their achievement as insignificant due to the brief duration of the flights, the Wright brothers knew that they had succeeded where others had failed. It was not just the power or the lift that mattered, it was the ability to control the aircraft in flight. The brothers' success was based on the principles of aerodynamics, control, and engineering, rather than just a raw desire for flight. Part 5. Struggles, skepticism, and the fight for recognition. Despite their achievement, the Wright brothers faced significant skepticism. Many in the press and the scientific community dismissed their claims, and others believed that powered flight was still a far-off dream. The brothers found themselves constantly battling for recognition, even as they sought patents to protect their groundbreaking work. Their persistence paid off when they received a patent for their flying machine in 1906. However, even after securing the patent, the brothers faced opposition from other inventors and were forced to defend their claims in court. In the meantime, they continued their experiments, making their aircraft more reliable and safe. The Wright brothers also knew they needed to prove their invention's value, so they began demonstrating their aircraft to the military. They gained interest from the U.S. Army and several European governments, who saw the potential for airplanes in military applications. This recognition was a crucial step in turning their invention into a practical tool for the future. Part 6. Global recognition and the business of aviation. By 1908, the Wright brothers had begun publicly showcasing their flying machines, and they traveled to Europe to demonstrate their aircraft. The public was in awe of their invention, and soon they secured contracts with the U.S. military and other governments. The Wright brothers had gone from unknown inventors to celebrated pioneers of flight. Wilbur traveled to Europe, where he demonstrated their aircraft to large crowds and established themselves as aviation experts. Orville focused on improving their designs and manufacturing aircraft, making their invention increasingly reliable. Despite their fame, the brothers remained humble and focused on their work, never losing sight of their goal to improve aviation further. Tragedy struck in 1912 when Wilbur died at the young age of 45 from typhoid fever. Orville, deeply affected by the loss, continued the work they had started together. Although Orville would witness the rapid evolution of aviation, he was never the same without his brother. Conclusion. The Wright brothers' legacy. The Wright brothers' legacy lives on today, not only in the development of airplanes but in the spirit of innovation and perseverance they embodied. Their story is a reminder that great achievements often come from small, humble beginnings, and that determination and careful planning can lead to world-changing discoveries. Their dedication to understanding the principles of flight, their willingness to fail and learn from mistakes, and their unwavering belief in the potential of human ingenuity is something that continues to inspire engineers, innovators, and dreamers around the world. In The Wright Brothers, David McCullough offers a detailed, nuanced, and compelling account of these two pioneers whose hard work changed the course of history. Their story is more than just about flying, it's about breaking barriers, overcoming obstacles, and pushing the limits of what is possible. The Wright brothers remind us that with the right combination of passion, curiosity, and determination, even the most impossible dreams can take flight. That's it for today's 10 Minutes Goldmine. If you found value in this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep mining for more golden knowledge. See you in the next one.